Hey everybody, welcome back to Bitch with Comrade Misty for another special edition of Bonus Bitch. Jett. You know how he does. He
Round
starts
two.
writing and then he can't stop.
It's true. God, it's so true. Even if I wanted to.
So magically, we just saw him last night and he had one new piece and now he's three more.
Mhm.
So that's how we roll here. That's how we
Right.
roll. There's also several cats surrounding me right now. I just want to warn you guys because they're being assholes. So if at any time I like randomly yell out at a cat, I apologize.
I have a couple floating around, so I might get, they strike when you least expect it. That's kind of their MO.
Yes, and Jack is literally right beside me being a pain in my ass. So there you go. There's that information.
So we got wild cards in the mix. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Yes. There could be random shit going on in the background. Oh, okay. Anyway, so Jesse has been busy today and has 3 new pieces. So do you want to set up
let's
the first one?
The first one I don't think there needs to be much setup for. First one's pretty straightforward. Which again, as I'm writing these, I'm torn. I'm not sure 100% whether this next album will be some spoken word, some songs, all songs, or what. We'll kind of see as we go. But yeah, I'm I'm really excited again to go from kind of nothing since I wrote the piece for Free the Truth, and other than that, I hadn't really written lyrics this year. Nothing since September, since I finished all of those albums. So,
which by the way, if you haven't heard the theme song for Free the Truth, it's dope. It's really good. And the video is awesome too. Thanks to Jimmy.
Yeah, she did great.
She did a great job. It's really cool. So yeah, okay. So what's the first one?
Yeah, let's get into this. First one I think should be the last one I sent you. That's Super Starver.
Okay, hold on. Let me scroll down. Jesse sends me lyrics because I have a hard time focusing, so it's easier for me if I have lyrics to read. So if I'm like looking down at looking across at my computer screen, that's why I'm reading. Helps me.
Okay, I'm ready when you are.
Okay, let's do it, dude.
Okay, this is Super Starver.
Oh my god, Jack. Sorry. She's scaling the back of the other chair over here. Oh, you can see her down there.
Oh, yeah,
Did you see her? Did you see her? She's being a shithead. Total shithead right now. Driving. Okay, anyways, I'm just going to mute. You do your thing.
Okay. Sorry I'm so gloomy, but the gloom is half the mood. Welcome to the country where they throw out half the food. Fuck you if you're hungry. We got better things to do. Got a million more priorities than human rights for you. Empty stomachs wandering an empty store, with shelves as empty as our craters left on distant shores that mark the spot where once a country thrived that even tried to help its poor. And in its place, a fascist state where rape is just a tool of war. Guess they took a page from out the book we used in '64. Villagers we stacked in graves, caked in fucking Agent Orange. Cut to yesterday, Afghanistan endures the very storm that swept its way through Vietnam, where even now the blood is warm. Even now, Fallujah celebrates to see a baby born who's not deformed. Warped by little presents we left hidden in the dirt, courtesy of all your friends at the World Economic Forum. Courtesy of civilized political decorum, unity across the aisle, both sides agreeing via war crime quorum. I'd like to say that when they start the midterm texts, I'll be able to ignore them. But I know myself well enough to know I'm gonna draw them all rhetorically, then verbally I'll quarter them, lyrically carpet bomb and mortar them, purely via metaphor I'll bury them alive, but upside down with the utmost blasphemy intended out of spite. Lyrically, I'll lead them by the eyes. Lyrically, I'm still beneath the ice, scratching at the surface for a purpose they deny, and every time they smile and they look me in the eyes, and suddenly we're 6 feet under subprime. 6 feet standing firmly in between you and another sunrise, and now your movement's as restricted as sunrise, crippled into parody like Occupy. Young hearts be free, young Turks here to slowly poison hearts and minds. Get them speaking press release in record time. Get them standing up for AOC and every other Langley plant who sprays a coat of tax the rich across their core of Semper Fi. The skies are nice and clear, the drones are set to fly. They are following the pipeline of how the West was won to how the West declined, to how the West made debt into a genocide, To how the West demolishes a picket line. To how the West contaminates a riverside. To how the West's war crimes are glamorized. To how the West protects the kind of medical neglect that is infanticide at best and is at worst an ethnic cleansing rite. Safe to say it's all fun and games until the feds arrive. Oh shit. That's super Carver.
Oh, dude. the fucking text messages and the tweets, the Nina Turner tweets have already started. They're pathetic. They're pathetic. She's all talking about how she's gonna fight for Medicare for all. Bitch, you couldn't even come march with us. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even. Oh, it's so gross. And again, I'm going to be called the asshole for calling her out. You're going to be called the asshole for calling her out.
I'm jumping in front of it. I'm already getting in front of it.
Yeah, everybody. I mean, whatever. Come for me. I don't give a fuck. I'm tired of these fake ass people.
When they decided that $27 was the like magical number that everyone can afford, and that's just like super man of the people kind of number. But I think it's funny that that's also the number that like really talented people die at.
Yeah.
A lot of people with really great ideas die when they hit 27.
Yeah, but the $27 thing is branding. Bernie Sanders, that he did the whole, it's a $27 average donation. I don't give a flying fuck.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay,
yes.
I was trying to remember
during 2016, the average donation was $27. And just in hearing that now, honestly, it pisses me off because I volunteered for Bernie Sanders. I went canvassing. I met people who would skip meals to send him $10. And so now hearing that, it pisses me off. Like when you use $27, that pisses me off. It makes me angry now. Like, it just pisses me off. It's so gross. It is so disgusting. Do not send your money to politicians. Exactly. You might as well set it on fire. Exactly. Like, just start a barbecue, toss it in, get yourself a campfire going, toss it in there. You might as well. It's the same damn thing. Nina Turner's not going to do shit for you. Please.
It's true.
Oh, so over it. I'm so over it, Jesse.
This piece.
Okay, wait. Which one are you doing? So I can.
This all came about because of a tweet. John, and I'm hoping pronouncing his last name right, Siebels, the guitarist for Eve 6, had said something about what we're witnessing right now being a ruling class clown show. Yeah. And I was like, God, that's such a great title. And then we just kind of had this back and forth of like, you know, that's got to be a name for something, an album, a band, a song, all of the above. And so, yeah, I started writing this piece. And I am not a fan of carnival aesthetic in songs and stuff. I've always found it campy, but I really wanted to do a piece originally called Shit Show that was going to kind of use examples of all the ridiculous parody-worthy things we see all the time on the news from our leaders and kind of do it as a sideshow attraction, like witness Joe Biden, his amazing disappearing promises. So that's what this I really leaned hard into this. So the beginning especially kind of plays with that. Big shout out to John from Eve 6. This is Ruling Class Clown Show. Ladies, gents, seventh sense, envies, thems, and in-betweens, right this way to witness horrors far beyond your silver screen. Quickly now, before it's all been sanitized and censored clean. Witness VP Harris sitting down with Bill Clinton to discuss the many ways we can empower young women, and all without the slightest shred of irony. Learn the shocking truth of our imaginary privacy. Witness the magic act of Joseph R. Biden and his disappearing promises. Watch a $2,000 check vanish into thin air while you're standing in astonishment. Shiver as you ride through the tunnel of unprecedented climate phenomena. Watch your leaders don a solemn kente cloth and marvel at how long they try to keep it up. Watch them pick the spirits of a worn and beaten people up, only long enough to snatch the little bit of trust that they still had for any leaders up. Drop them on the factory floor, someone else will clean it up. And all for $7.50 that they're honestly offended you're suggesting couldn't be enough. Everybody started at the bottom. I mean, Elon had it really rough. Yours is just an entry-level job that we can call essential anytime the staffing's rough. Surgically extracting healthy backbones out your unions, so when rights have been abused, you soon discover no one's there to back you up because no one gives a fuck. They've been spending every 5-minute lunch break slurping propaganda out their sippy cups. Watch the people claiming that they feed us all belittle us and pantomime a flail because the diamonds on their wrists make it too difficult to lift us up. Tell the house the jig is up. Tell the leeches lurking down on both sides of the aisle that the grift is up. Not a soul among them truly uncorrupt. Not a soul among them worth a couple 100,000 every year to steer us sooner toward a future where you're violently removed if you consume a film or written work or tune that wasn't government approved and on the up and up. Ruling class clown show. Life is but a dream with a cartoon theme and we are running on the dumbest luck. Watch them juggle infrastructure, education, basic income, Medicare for all, student debt relief, and more. Then watch in stun as one by one they bumble every promise and look comically astonished when they shatter on the floor. Offer up a measly fucking shrug and tell you don't forget to vote for us in 24. Then the curtain closes slowly as they push all the reporters out and shut and lock the door. Ruling class clown show. Life is like a movie, and I saw it once before in a film about a German war. A warning on the painful sort of lesson learned from history you just ignore. Watch how quickly we forget the crimes we wanted justice for. Ruling class clown show. Watch us try to vote it all away in 2024.
This is like therapy.
You're telling me.
I'm sure it is really for you too, but it is like therapy.
It's hard to explain that. There's writing it and there's finishing it, and then there's like it's not done until I've read it out, and not just like out loud to myself, but like performing it for somebody else. I have to read it a certain way. It's like I'm just kind of thrown into like, how am I going to perform this versus just reciting it to myself? And it's not done until I've gotten to do that. So I can't thank you enough for letting me literally same day. Like I need to fucking expedite this process. And it's safe to say I wouldn't be writing as quickly if I was still going over the stuff I just wrote yesterday. You know, I can't say that I would have finished 3 pieces today if I hadn't done last night's bitch. So thanks for round 1.
I'm part of the process, you guys. Do you see? I'm part of the. I'm taking credit.
Seriously, no, absolutely. Once I hit my stride, if I got to slow down for something, it just fucks it all up. So
no, I get that. But like Cynic tweeted earlier, this is how we roll, fam.
I know it was 10 minutes from the first thing she posted there to the end of our thing. We were like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, it was literally, you were like, here, I'll pull it up because there's some funny shit.
Okay.
Hold on. By the way, Reef says he has a bag of apples for you. Which makes me laugh.
That's a true friend right there.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Reef, I have to come on with you again. That was so much fun. Seriously, that was such a fun night.
Share screen. So many buttons to push just to share the damn screen. Okay, did that come up?
Yes.
Okay, so here we go. I said it's true. This is in fact how we roll. So the first tweet was okay, that comes up. Okay. Okay, so it was a Nina Turner tweet where she, tweeted.
And what's funny, I just gotta say, Cynic, that's exactly how it looks for me too, because I also have Nina Turner muted.
I should probably mute all of them because it just makes me angry. But I like to be able to. I like to be able to see what my enemies are doing.
I'll look at it and then I'll go hide it again. But
yeah. So anyway, this was. I told you guys earlier that she tweeted out about fighting, and so I said, fighting for it, meaning Medicare for all, does not include showing up to a grassroots event taking place 2 hours from her district that was part of a nationwide effort in 52 cities to call for Medicare for all. But she will tweet about it. Then Jesse said, would you believe there's a Nina Turner line in one of the pieces I wrote today? And I said, well, I would believe that because, I know Jesse. And I need to hear that piece. Is it time for a weekly bonus bitch with Jett? And then he said, weekly, daily, whatever. I said, I'm serious. You tell me when you want to come on and we'll make that happen. You said, what are you doing tonight at 9:30? And I said, hosting a bonus bitch with Jett. And here we are.
And I said, cut to the next one. Let's fucking go.
And then me creating a link.
Boom. 10 minutes later.
And that was, so that was an hour. Yeah. And then, 10 minutes later, link was created. That's how we roll. That's how we roll, fam.
Love
it. We do it. That's how we do it here.
Okay. I'm excited for this one. This is the last one for tonight. Who knows how many I'll write tomorrow. This will be the title track for the next album, which will be called The Grift.
God. Jack is going crazy.
And this is a little more, I I have no personal than I get to express myself for politics. I feel like this is more like me. Everything I've wanted to comment on stuff I've seen over the last couple of years condensed into a piece. Yeah, especially after how I've been received over the last couple of years, good and bad. I wanted to talk about some of those accusations a little bit, and then like, okay, if I was a grifter, what's my grift? And just kind of really roll with that. So yeah, this is the grift. Last stand, and I came to deliver. I've been called a Clinton operative, a Russian, and a grifter. By libs awash in student debt and proud to be an intern, sucking up to pigs who will get a tax cut in the midterms. You cut the ties but never heal the wrist burns. Capitalist shackles wrap and penetrate like ringworms around the necks of those whose deaths will not affect the king's purse or the coffers of the company the king serves, who manufacture mandated tinctures. Safety data hanging from a fixture, half a mile skyward dangling from the rafters. My grift is sobbing till I'm cackling with laughter, so I guess I would have made a decent actor. I'd be great at crying on command until they cut plus 40 minutes after. When the director waves their hand, it ain't a rap, it's now a legal matter. My grift is weeping on a mic until I'm hacking up airstrike verses like it's bombs away and batter up, swinging on these bigots. They keep killing us to fatten up. Kill the switch and eat the rich. I think they're finally fat enough. Grab your knife and fork. The world is yours. Just say you've had enough. And if you're comfy, you can go ahead and laugh it up. Tell me how the most important vote I'll ever cast is like the choosing of a bus, in that it might not take you anywhere you want, but no one can deny the fact the bus is now no longer where it was. And that's the kind of progress we should celebrate and trust. Spoken like a kid that never took a bus. Spoken like a piece of shit that used some cash to mask his stink and truly thinks he's one of us. Spoken like a terminally unserious person who equates our cries for rights to mixed up orders from a server. And it paints a privileged picture of what you would label urgent, that the worst thing you've experienced in life has been the time your waiter accidentally brought a tray of gold flake scallops when you clearly ordered gold flaked urchin. Now you're storming out the restaurant and hopping in a Tesla you got 80 pounds of Tony Fauci merch in. Best to place your bets on weaponizing the identity of every limp progressive claiming grassroots integrity. Policy's a slippery slope for all of its complexity, so flex your brave resistance with this Ilhan Omar NFT. Numbered one of only 723. And each depicts her valiantly championing a bill before she lays it at a donor's feet. And she can throw her hands up in the air with AOC and say, if only Nina Turner could have voted present too, that's why we need another seat. We need some more progressives we elect to only tweet, who live to serve Humana and their label of elective slapped on every patient's gravest needs. And every station plays the theme. Medical professionals agree on the effectiveness and safety of injections authorized for this emergency. And in other, purely unrelated news, the profits of the ones who manufacture vaccines just increased by nearly $36 billion with a fucking B. Sometimes it feels like we're the only ones that see. Sometimes it feels like all of us are lost at sea. And every time we think we see an island on the tip of the horizon, it turns out to be another measure making sure we're kept within the watchful eye of murderous authority. So I guess my grift is crying for the future they denied us, where the people who would buy us are a mockable minority. And we are more than genomes under warranty. And we are more than serfs in constant quarantine. If I had a single breath left, I'd let the chorus scream. I denounce our leaders claiming none for all and more for me.
That's some good shit right there. Oh, Rob. Hi, Rob. Shout out to Rob. Once again, made a very generous donation to our GoFundMe for our April stuff. We love him. Thank you, Rob. We love you, Rob. I love you, Rob. I really do. And not just because you donated. I just love you. You've been a longtime fam, and we do love you. That's amazing, though. This is amazing. Like okay. I've been called a Clinton operative, a Russian, and a grifter. That's my life, dude. That's my life.
I knew you would love that part.
It's great. I mean, I've been called lots of other things too,
right,
but that's,
same.
It makes me laugh when people call me a Clinton operative.
That's my favorite.
What?
Yep.
Do you guys even follow me? Like what?
Yeah. Well, remember
No.
that was the whole thing they were saying right before M4A in Columbus was that you and I were paid
Helping
Clinton
Chantel
operatives to
Brown.
help tank Nina Turner's campaign.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm not
I'll
gonna.
take it for free, man.
I'll take it for free. Yeah, I got no problem with that. What the fuck do I care? What difference does it make? She's just gonna get elected and tweet. Like, if she gets elected, what the fuck is she gonna do? She's gonna tweet. She's gonna tweet about some shit. That's all she's gonna do. They're all the same. None of them give two shits. None of them give two shits. If they actually gave two shits, they would have showed up to the March for Medicare for All. AOC came to Columbus or to Ohio that day. They were 2 hours away from that march. They could have easily come. Easily could have come. It's a grassroots effort. It's what they proclaim to support. We have to support the grassroots. They tell us all the time, you got to organize. You got to organize. So we organize. They don't show up. Really? Come on. It's just ridiculous. And it's not just the March Medicare for All. Of course, I'm obviously salty about that just because I was personally involved in it. But I reached out to her about the Assange action that we did with John and Gabriel Shipton. Tara Samples was working for her campaign, and I contacted both of them, but Tara Samples did actually get back to me, and she's like, unfortunately, we're going to be campaigning, or no, we're working, we have a vote coming, or we have a election coming up. And I'm like, so all the more reason to show up.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. I mean, don't you want to show up and fight for press freedom? No, of course not. Because
I gotta say, obviously, I'm not an NFT supporter, but I would love to see an actual NFT of Ilhan Omar laying a bill at the feet of some donor.
Yeah, can somebody make that? I don't know anything about NFTs. All I know is it's like this weird thing that people are into now. It's like weird.
Like, imagine if a JPEG could just use an ungodly amount of energy.
I just don't get it. It's like another. I don't get into like the fad stuff. Like, you know what I mean?
I love
seeing like a lot of hype.
A couple different examples of things you can say to someone who's super into NFTs that will just send them off the deep end. And one was like, so it's like Kohl's Cash? It just kills me.
No, Miss Tree, I disagree with you. Miss Tree says Rob loves me and Rob loves me the most. That is not true. Rob literally married my balls.
Uh-oh.
So he loves me more. I'll fight you.
Oh, we're getting deep now.
And Charlie Mack, of course, dude, yes, I'm a Russian operative. Awesome. Russian operative right here, fam.
Oh my!
I am Putin's buddy.
I
am Putin's buddy.
She gone.
Your lighter's dead? Oh, I hate when that happens. Motherfuckers. I have like a shit ton of lighters though. I hoard them. Not gonna lie. They're gonna be helpful when shit hits the fan. Pretty sure I can trade them. The fuck? Oh, for your lighter.
Thank you, Misty. I appreciate it. I did that a few days ago. Actually, my forklift died at work, and I took my Bluetooth speaker and I cranked that up.
That's great. That's amazing.
Now the best. Okay, we had a scissor lift on the far side of our warehouse, and the battery was just about dead on it, and it needed to get all the way across. So it was maxing out at like a mile an hour, just crawling. And so I followed behind him with the speaker, like Say Anything style, and I played Chariots of Fire. It's so good.
That's great. That's amazing. That would be funny.
I mean, get downtime, but when I do, I make the most of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you're not like writing stuff in your forklift and trying to
exactly.
like stop and write things down or type things out on your phone. I can't imagine. Because your shit, like it like falls out of your brain. Like this is fast.
A couple of those moments, man. There have been times where all of a sudden I lose a line, and
oh my god, that would, because that's happened to me before too. Because I have my brain works way faster than I can type or write, and it happens all the time. It happens all the time. It's so frustrating.
Yep,
it drives me. But like, free the truth, you guys. I've told the story before, but I texted him and I'm like, hey, because we're talking about maybe just taking one of his old songs and like revamping it or whatever, remixing it, doing something new to it. And then I was like, but what if he could just write something new? I'm like, that's crazy, but I'm gonna ask him anyways. So I asked him, and then like 20 minutes later, he's like, okay, I'm checking my text messages right now because it really was like 20 minutes.
I thought it was like within the hour.
Hold on, I got to go back some because
I remember I unloaded a truck. And I was doing that in my head, and then I typed it out, I made a pot of coffee. I texted you. So yeah, that was maybe for the 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Less than an hour. I stand by that. And yeah, that kind of kicked it off because I hadn't written in a while since that. So.
Come on. Okay, hold on.
A lot of money riding on this answer. A lot of people waiting. Find out. See over under on the time for this track.
Okay, so I texted you at 9:16 a.m. on December 29th. This is going to sound crazy, but what if you wrote a new song instead of reworking Convictions? Something about whistleblowers, journalism, truth, something Rage Against the Machine-ish. Is that nuts? And then you were like, damn, I love a challenge. And then lyrics are done. So that was, what time did I say? 9:16.
Uh-huh.
So 10:58. So an hour and a half later, lyrics are done.
Yeah. And it's not as impressive as I had it in my head, but still.
That's still really fucking fast.
Before lunch.
Yeah, a whole last song. And I literally texted you, stop. Are you serious? And I'm like, really? I said, that's incredible. I can't believe you just cranked that out so fast. I mean, I can, but still. Ridiculous. And seriously, it's dope. Go check it out.
And the video turned out so well too. Yeah.
Sleepy Josh. I just saw Sleepy Josh. Sleepy Josh.
Sleepy.
Hi, Sleepy. We were just talking about you earlier about how it was fun that you came last night because I miss you. I told Jesse I'm going to start pretending like I have technical issues, so you have to come to my shows again because I missed having you.
It's broken. I don't know what's wrong with it.
I'm going to fuck some shit up and then like call you and be like, dude, you have to come on my show and fix this. You have to fix it for me.
Planned obsolescence.
Yeah, I'm only going to be able to get away with that for like maybe one time though. That's I think he's going to catch
We have one more work story kind of really. We have a machine that nobody wants to run at my job. And people that run it notoriously just after a while, they just can't, you got to recycle people through because it takes your soul away. And this guy got put on that machine, was going to have to start training on it. And he just intentionally fucked it up so bad every time that after like 3 days, they were like, you know what, Steve, we're just going to have you do this instead. And once it was done, he was like, that was all on purpose. I threw the fight. Good for you, dude. That's brilliant.
I've done that before. Pretend like you don't know how to do something so you don't have to do it. I've done that at jobs before.
Guys, I fucked it up. I don't know what's wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, dude. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe you should, somebody else that knows what they're doing should take care of this part. I do that all the time. Totally.
I love it.
Totally. But I don't think I could get away with that for very long with Sleepy Josh. He would figure me out pretty quickly, I think. He knows me too well. And I'm not a very good liar.
Only because he's such a tech ninja. I feel like he could literally, like, how they can find the source of a fire.
Yeah.
He'd be able to, like, rewire everything back to being like, oh, this was intentional, wasn't it? Misty, you have something you want to tell me?
Yeah. I'm basically anonymous now anyway, so he'd never buy it because I'm totally a hacker at this point. Yeah. I'm like a tech genius. I can push buttons on StreamYard, you guys. Let's go. Now what? Come at me, bro. I'm gonna hack in the next election. I'm probably gonna get my NSA agent is probably like his ears just perked up. What'd she say? Keeping them on their toes, bitches. Keeping them on their toes. Oh boy. Okay.
Okay.
So we're probably gonna see you again soon because you're
I'm
on
sure
a roll.
We will. Yeah.
You're on a roll.
Yep.
Yeah. Sleepy Josh sends an on pick. Yeah. I should have that on standby at all times. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I'm sure
no, you need a mask.
No, I have Oh, you can't see it, but Magnus painted me a super dope WikiLeaks anonymous. Seriously, it is super dope. But no, it's this meme where it's it's a guy with a piece of paper, like he drew an anonymous mask on a piece of paper, and he like it's on his face, and he's like, me when I remember the password to my own email. That's me. Like I seriously, Sleepy can tell you, I big up myself like the most basic of things, and I'm like, that's right. Because I am so dumb with technical stuff that I get pumped when I figure things out or when I remember how to do something that Sleepy Josh has taught me. Because usually it takes me like 42 times before I figure out, retain the information. So when I can remember how to get into Restream or something all by myself, I'm like, yes, it's a victory. Big one. Charlie Mack says same time tomorrow. Hi, Charlie, by the way. Hi, Charlie. Let's see. Tomorrow's Friday.
It's
right?
Friday.
Okay. No, don't stop it. Stop it. No.
Partying,
no.
partying.
No.
Fun.
Dude, you guys, I just tried to cover my ears. I have headphones in.
Okay. We literally every Friday at my job, everybody has that song just cranked to an obnoxious degree. Like it's ridiculous. It really is. I imagine that you could have a documentary made about what the producers and engineers went through making that song. You know, how
I feel bad for her. She got
she got raked over the coals.
And I have nothing against her, but that song is like an awful earworm.
It is.
It never goes away.
And just imagine, like, okay, you just kind of make cookie cutter Disney pop. You're a producer. This is just another day at work. And they bring her in and you hear the song and she starts singing. You're like, oh God, what are we gonna do? Like, how are we gonna? She keeps saying friends. Like, can we even change that?
Yeah.
I imagine the documentary you could make about what those guys went through, how many of them probably developed a drinking problem based off of it. It'd be like a Vietnam documentary. Like,
really,
you know,
there's probably some PTSD surrounding that.
I've never heard any of the talks, but I can only imagine being like a session producer for a very
annoying,
you know, earwormy pop. It's got to take a toll on a person after a while.
I could not.
Oh.
And Cynic says, who thinks we'll all be back tomorrow? I have a vigil tomorrow, you guys. So unless Jesse's coming on the vigil, we can't do tomorrow unless it's a different time, because I have a vigil that starts at 9. Which Steve is in the chat. Steve's going to be guest hosting because Eric can't make it. So Steve's going to be on the vigil tomorrow. It's always nice to welcome Steve back to the vigil.
If I drum something up, I'll let you know. I'll hop in at the end.
Okay, I don't have a guest yet.
Oh shit!
I mean, I'm very much flying by the seat of my pants.
The heat's really on. I got to write something tomorrow, don't I? Goddamn.
Yeah, I mean, if you got something, we got time to have you on. I was gonna just cancel the vigil, but there's so much going on.
There is,
that I just can't justify canceling it. So
awesome show with Deepa Driver today, by the way.
Oh my God, I love Deepa Driver. I love Deepa Driver. I really do. She's honestly, she gets really embarrassed when I like gush about her. I don't care. She deserves it.
Yep.
Everybody should know who Deepa Driver is. She's incredible.
Absolutely.
And she's one of seriously the most decent human beings I know. And I love her so much. So yeah, everybody check out that show earlier today. Free the Truth. Me and Glory had Deepa Driver on. She was actually in the courtroom for the Assange stuff. So it's always good to get like firsthand perspective. Plus she's just brilliant and amazing to talk about, has a great perspective. And it was a lot of fun. And I loved it when she like said, because we've been hearing a lot lately, like he's just one white dude, and she brought up the fact that you can't say Black Lives Matter and then ignore all of the Black lives around the world that Julian Assange has helped give voice to, as they've been completely decimated by empire. So
and covered up.
Absolutely. And I appreciate her saying that because it's true.
Very true.
And I just get really, she said it very nicely, and I'm a bitch about it. So, because I'm over it. I really am. I'm out of patience with people.
Oh, wait, logo.
Logo over there. Over. It's hard.
It really is. Oh my God. It's like I'm doing a sobriety test.
I know, right? Like it's like backwards. Like it's different than a mirror. I don't know. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
So,
okay.
It's going to be here. No, okay, I'm off. I need to quit embarrassing myself.
Reef was okay. So we had like when you do 3 people, it puts it up a little bit higher, so the third person's at the bottom. And Reef was on the side with the logo, so he was like trying to put his head. And I'm like, now I need to change it every time to like something really funny and make the person in that corner do that, because that's funny. I like it a lot.
Initiation ritual for coming on the show.
Steve Cutler made that graphic, by the way. Shout out to Steve Cutler. Appreciate you.
It's got some Cutler vibes. It's very well done. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I like the black and white, but I love Steve Cutler too, and so I'm all about the
that color scheme. That's excellent.
It's dope. I like it a lot.
It is most dope. All right.
I still need a theme song for Bitch though.
Yep.
Jesse Jett.
It's in the works this weekend. Okay. That's the project.
Yay! I'm so excited.
Awesome.
It's a weird show.
It's gonna get weirder, I promise.
But it is a weird show. So I mean, that really, when I said that, when Warren was like, "That's it, That's the commercial. That's the tagline. And it's a weird fucking show. So yeah, thanks for hanging out in the chat for the weird show, weird bonus bitch. Actually, this one wasn't really all that weird. I'm making it weird now, but that's what I do. Do you have anything you want to hype? You can follow Jesse at Jesse_Jett. Check out his Bandcamp. All that shit's in the description.
Yeah.
The show notes or whatever you want to fucking call it. So check out Bandcamp. Fuck Spotify. I mean, it's cool that they're not throwing Joe Rogan out the window, but still fuck Spotify because they
fuck Spotify a long time before that. Fuck Spotify has been the standing order.
Yeah, I mean, and the only reason they're keeping Joe Rogan is because he's a cash cow. So I really can't give them too much credit for that. Fuck Spotify. They screw over their artists in a big way. Go to Bandcamp, download the stuff, buy the albums.
And as always, if you want an album on Bandcamp and you don't really have the cash to put it on it, just message me. I get free download codes from Bandcamp. And it's more than I could give away in a lifetime. So please just let me know, and I'm happy to do it because I just want it heard. That's all that matters.
Yeah, getting it out.
Not that I don't love money too. If you want to buy a record, by all means. I buy all the records.
If you can, you should
support her. Yeah, but if you want the music and money's an object, please, I'm happy to just give it away.
Always support if you can.
I'm giving this stuff away.
He tries to give it away to me, and I'm like, no. This does not work that way. Krish Mohan tries to do the same thing. He tries to give me free tickets to his online comedy shows, and I'm like, sir. No, I support my home my home rads.
I love it. Okay.
I love it too.
I like it better than Chuckles. I'll take that for sure.
Chuckles. That's some good shit. I forgot about that for a second. Home rads. I was gonna say comrades and homies, and I smashed them together.
There we go.
Okay, I just made up a new word. There we go. Home rads. But yeah, I like to support. Let it be written. Yeah, I can support my homies, so I do. So I buy art from Artsy Marxists, and then people make fun of me for having a Julian Assange shrine. I like to support my homies. I bought the poster from Magnus. I like to support my friends. Makes me happy to do it. So if you can support, do it. If not, contact Jesse. He'll give you a free download link. Steve's gonna make a meme. Home Rad Mindy. Oh, goodness sakes. I'm not Gen X. I'm an Xennial. I'm an old millennial. Thank you. I'm in between, I'm like that weird in between group between Gen X and millennials. We don't fit. We're a weird little bunch. And yes, Artsy is amazing. Please support her art if you can.
Yeah. For real.
Yeah.
I just gotta say, I'm so jealous of people that have a visual art. I cannot draw, I cannot paint. Again, my perspective is hideous. I write and I do poems and stuff, but you can't frame a poem or a song. It's just not the same. I've never, and I'm very envious and just have the utmost respect for people that have any artistic capability. But man, Artsy Marxist stuff is just I can just sit and stare into it. It's just gorgeous. Really,
it doesn't do it justice. I've tried taking pictures. I've tried showing it on stream. It doesn't do it justice. It's really beautiful. Yeah. It was cool of her to do it. I'm happy to support her. And she's been on Facts on the Ground too. That was a really interesting conversation. We talked about when art meets revolution.
Okay, I need to find that.
Yeah, it was really good. She was awesome. So but I like to support my friends, my home rads. I'm totally gonna use that from now on.
Yep, that's in the lexicon now. I love it.
Yeah, I'm not even high, you guys. All right, I'm about to have a cat fight, so we're gonna go.
Well, thank you again.
Tomorrow, Facts on Friday, 4:00, Vigil, 9:00. I'll see you then. Yep. Thank you, Jesse, for coming on. Thanks everybody hanging out in the chat. We love you. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye guys. See ya.